Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Ford the Frontier. I'm Greg Roman, Bronco specialist from Preston Ford, here with my buddy Mike Mitchell.
Another Bronco specialist also from Preston Ford.
This is part of our fall series, and we want to talk today just about preparedness for camping in the fall season and what you might need to consider, what you might need to bring with you.
Now, camping during fall is really kind of a tricky thing because you got that transitory season, you got the temperatures that are really warm in the middle of the day, but then they start to drop in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's a great time to get outdoors. I like camping in the fall because, the bugs have kind of died down.
True.
The sweltering heat, remember our summer series, and we were just soaking through our shirts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it can be more comfortable, but there are some challenges we got to think about, and those shifting temperatures are one. So how do you prepare?
Typically what you want to do is I like to have a blend of layers with you. That way when it is cold in the morning, it's warm in the afternoon and cold back again at night. You have those layers to keep you warm in the morning. You can strip down to like a t-shirt in the afternoon and then layer back up once the temperature starts to drop in the middle of the night. And it never hurts to have multiple changes of clothing either in case like you fall into a creek or something.
When you're camping in the fall, you got to be careful with your gear. You got to make sure that you're ready for a whole range of conditions. It could be wet, could be dry. Make sure you got your rain fly for your tent, that things are sealed up. Yeah,
making sure you have the rain fly is crucial. Making sure you have, rain gear. If you're backpacking out somewhere, you want to have a pack cover. Make sure that you're not leaving your gear in the middle of a gully. That goes back to our video about making sure that you pick the right campsite, making sure you're not going to be in a drainage area.
Yeah, things in the fall can change quickly. You can have a beautiful day like this and have storms come through. It can be surprising in the woods how fast things can cool off when the sun goes down. When you have the woods and the shade around you, as soon as the sun drops below your visual horizon, the temperature can drop 15, 20 degrees in an hour or two.
Yep. It's definitely something you want to be very aware of, and if you're not, it might just wind up scuttling your entire trip.
With the shorter days that you start to get in the fall, that I've got extra lighting, lots of batteries,
Absolutely.
being prepared for, it's one thing if you're camping in July and it's, light until 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's getting dark by 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you might have considerable time when you're up and it's dark.
Exactly. Last thing you want to do is be fumbling around with only your campfire for light, or God forbid you didn't get your campfire lit and now it's dark and you're doing everything by the light of your phone. What you definitely want to do is make sure you have plenty of flashlights, like you said, plenty of batteries. Personally, I've always found it useful to have one of those little headlamp things. That keeps your hands free for any kind of activities you might want to be doing during that time when the sun has gone down.
Yeah, and real handy as well for just blinding the person who you're talking to.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're not blinding your buddy, what's even the point?
Yeah, they make all different kinds of headlamps. I like how, they've got headlamps that focus really well, but I've seen new ones that are priding themselves on how broad spectrum the light is.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to blind everybody in front of you.
Oh yeah. Another thing you might want to think about is even though it is getting to be cooler out and we have the temperatures that are fluctuating so wildly, even if you're not, hot out, you can still get dehydrated. So make sure you're bringing plenty of water with you. Just because it's not 90 degrees doesn't mean you're not still sweating.
Yeah, minding your health and safety is super important, and it's a great point, Mike. Another thing that's can be easy to forget is that you can still get quite a sunburn on a fall day.
Mm-hmm.
When it doesn't feel quite so hot out, you might not be sweating, but direct sun. So just keep mindful of your sun exposure, and if you have to be in direct sun midday, then sunscreen's still a good idea.
Absolutely. Sunscreen, broad-brimmed hat, also useful for keeping what last vestiges of bugs might be around off of your face.
In any season when you're camping, it's a great idea to know your environment, know the nature around you. So if you're not familiar with the woods you're going to be in, good idea to look up a field guide, maybe local plants and animals. Many areas have animals that you need to be mindful of when you're camping, both for your own safety and theirs. And there also might be plants that you need to avoid or be cautious of, whether you're camping in an area that has endangered or protected species or things that can be poisonous or dangerous to you.
Absolutely, yeah. All you want to do when you're camping is take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, and if you can avoid doing that last part, so much the better. Making sure that you're respectful of the environment that you're in, because although we're having a lot of fun out here, this isn't our home, it's theirs, and we want to make sure that we're respectful guests.
When you're getting ready for a camp out, you know you're going to want to have a campfire. Good idea to bring local firewood with you that you either pick up somewhere adjacent to the region or store-bought wood that's been kiln dried. As the cooler temperatures and damper weather of the fall come on, you might not have enough fuel that you can gather out of the local woods.
If weight's not a consideration for what you're doing, the phrase I always live by is better to have and not need it than to need it and not have it.
So Mike, you have any fall camping stories where things went right or might have gone wrong?
Oh, do I ever. Most of my camping experience tends to be in the cold weather vein of things. That's what my Boy Scout troop was always doing. And there was one particular trek where I packed inexpertly. Not only did I forget to bring water with me, big time rookie move, I was subsisting off of the Capri Suns that I brought for lunch. Don't want to do that, especially when you're on a multi-mile backpacking trip. But because we were backpacking and not just car camping, I neglected to bring a good set of rain gear. I had a rain jacket, but I was wearing jeans. And while jeans are a hardy material, they're made of cotton, and cotton does not let go of water. And we got hit by one of the most torrential downpours I have seen in my time. It was raining sideways.
Wow, you must have been heavy and cold.
I was both of those things, heavy, cold, and you know what? I think I even soaked my sleeping bag through. But luckily it was only a day hike, so I didn't wind up suffering any ill health effects. But it definitely taught me a valuable lesson in making sure that you're packed properly for the conditions and for the hike that you're planning on taking.
Yeah, I'll tell you, some of the biggest mistakes I've made in fall camping have been being less prepared for how warm it can still get during the day. So, you know, I can remember a couple of fall campouts where, you know, might have been leaving early in the morning and it was, you know, temperature was in the 40s. You know, so I wore warm stuff, you know, long pants, everything. Later in the day, temperature gets up to 80 degrees, really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, you know, just being aware of having some lightweight stuff doesn't take up a lot of space. You know,
exactly.
Just to make sure you're ready. I really want to thank you guys for joining us again for another episode of Ford the Frontier. I hope you're enjoying this series. We'd love to hear what you'd like to see, so please, you know, drop a comment in the section below and just let us know what you think. And if you have any ideas that you'd like to see us cover in future segments.
Absolutely, yeah. And also, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Lets us know how well we're doing. Lets us know whether this is the content you want to see. And really just makes us feel good about ourselves. Here from beautiful Martinac State Park, I've been Michael Mitchell.
And I am still Greg Roman.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.